Hello everybody, Limp Digits here, and we mark our return from a bit of a Christmas break to talk about Android consoles. This is something we're very excited about. Now, if you like Android games, you already probably have an idea about what's going on here, so we won't go into too much detail. Suffice to say, we've got OUYA, that's been getting people all happy and moist for quite a long time. Then we've got GameStick from PlayJam, which is another take on the Android console thing. But Nvidia at CES, which is happening this week, during which we'll probably get lots of new cool things to talk about, has decided to drop into the Android console playground and start beating everybody up. Let's do a bit of a compare and contrast. First up, GameStick. This has only been on Kickstarter for a few days actually. It launched on the 2nd of January and they've already blasted through the threshold on that one, so GameStick will be happening. It's coming from PlayJam. They've got a long history already in making games for things like smart TVs, and that's kind of coloured their approach to this thing. They're making a pretty simple, straightforward, basic kind of console. It looks like a USB stick. You plug it into the telly. They're building a controller for it, which looks a bit like an old NES controller, to be honest, and it'll probably, from the looks of it, feel a bit like controlling stuff with a brick. But the good news is it's Bluetooth. You can control it using any Bluetooth type controller you want. It looks nifty. The only thing you might want to say about it is how good is the controller going to be, but also the sheer size of it is surely going to limit the hardware in there. Maybe it will only be playing the same sort of games that you can already play on your phone. That does mean, however, that it might be a bit more affordable. Does affordable mean good? Well, yes, a lot of the time it actually does, if you're me and you're poor. OUYA, now everyone knows about this one already. It's been around for a while. They've generated nearly $9 million through Kickstarter, so this one's going to be happening definitely. That's in contrast to GameStick, which has only generated 250 grand so far, although in a very short amount of time. They've certainly got the cash. The hardware is really good looking. The console looks great. You'll be able to access apps and music and all that sort of stuff through your TV as well. Like PlayJam and GameStick, they're offering developers a pretty open platform to publish their stuff on. It's powered by Tegra 3 from Nvidia, which is certainly not a slouch, and many of us have already got that in our smartphones and tablets and stuff like that. But that does make this week's announcement from Nvidia a little bit more spicy. Now, just as we were getting comfortable being all fanboy nutso about OUYA, Nvidia has turned up at CES in Las Vegas this week and dropped a bomb in the middle of our brains. They've announced something called Project Shield. We don't know if that's what it's actually going to end up being called. It's a bit of a beast. It's a handheld console with a really nice looking controller. It's got a 5-inch screen that pops out of the top of it. It's a multi-touch. It's like a little tablet on the back of your controller. It's going to have a 72-core GPU and a quad-core CPU. Presumably that's Tegra 4, in other words. You can play it on the move with the screen, or you can attach it to your TV and play your games through there, or apparently you can attach it to your Nvidia powered computer and stream games from there, including a bunch of Steam stuff. And they've just gone and changed the game for everybody. Now, we might look back at OUYA's 9 million through Kickstarter, or GameStick's 250 grand, but this is Nvidia. They've got an enormous pile of cash, not just to make this thing, not just to make developer relationships, not just to manage whatever marketplace type solution they come up with, but to market the thing to everybody. Now we don't know what to be most excited about. Well, we do, but we kind of feel like we don't want to, because OUYA was really cool and GameStick is actually really cool as well. We want to get both of those things, but now there's a massive, great, big, shiny, black, screen-toting, 72-armed monster in the room, and we can't help staring at it while feeling a little bit guilty about our two former friends standing with us in the corner, who we've now realised aren't necessarily as cool as we thought they were. But coolness aside, there's only ever going to be one way to figure out which one of these things is going to be the winner, and that's to put them in our living room and have them fight in front of us for our entertainment. We're looking forward to that.